Hey everyone, it's Anthony with another video here on single and placing. Welcome. Today we have for you a moment of me cleaning my table, apparently, as well as an unboxing. So today we are going to be taking a look at a Diamond Art Club canvas or kit, and this is Hamsa by Brigitte Ashwood. So this is a square shaped kit. 76 by 76 centimeters, and it's one that I picked up as part of the anniversary sale. Was that last week or the week before? So they're all here. I ended up snagging, I think, 5 kits from Diamond Art Club as part of that anniversary sale. And so this is the one that I wanted to start with. My intention is to hopefully start doing unboxing posts once a week. So every week you'll get an unboxing, and I have some kits because I kind of went nuts on Diamond Art Club. So the majority of what you're going to see probably for the next couple of months as far as unboxings go are going to be Diamond Art Clubs. However, whip and chats, all that stuff will be various companies and brands. I just find that I'm gravitating more towards Diamond Art Club. I'm really enjoying the Ivy Dollamore Midnight Laundromat that I'm still working on, getting closer to finishing, but I'm really enjoying it, and the prices are great, or the prices are good for, I think, the quality. There's some other canvases that I've seen from some other brands and diamond painting companies that are a little bit more expensive. But I'm just happy with it so far. It's a well-regarded company. I know that I'm purchasing licensed artwork, so it's just been the company that I'm gravitating towards, and their releases are very consistent. So the more I dive into their collection of kits and canvases and artwork, the more I'm seeing some varied artists, some more unique artists. That Ivy Dollamore Midnight Laundromat is one that I love, and I actually just snagged another Ivy Dollamore from Diamond Art Club as well, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that. But let's go ahead and take a look at Hamsa. I'm gonna cut this open here. I feel like unboxings are one of those things that are a little bit harder to kind of individualize, because you kind of want to cover the same things, you know, drill quality, drill clarity on the drill field, go through the colors of the diamonds or the drills. So it's hard to like make them more unique. I'm trying to think of ways that, like, how can I make an unboxing my own? So if you have any thoughts on like something you wish you would see in other videos and haven't seen yet, make sure to let me know, because I am still very much kind of just utilizing the people that I do that have been doing this for a long time as my guide for topics to cover and things to mention when it comes to unboxing, so I can be as thorough as possible. So yeah, let me know. But here we have our kit here. Square image, or square symbol here in blue means that this is going to be a square kit. Their rounds from Diamond Art Club are a circular image here or logo with pink, and then you'd get the pink line, so you know you're working with a square here. Like I said, this is a 70 by 70, so pretty big square shaped canvas, and let's see what we've got in here. I'm curious to know if anyone picked up, I'm sure so many people picked up canvases during the anniversary launch and sale, so I'd love to hear what you ended up picking up, and maybe what's one that you're hoping gets restocked, because, you know, there definitely was some that were a few kits that sold out fast. And from what I remember, this one, Hamsa, is still in stock, so I think it's still something you can go and pick up. I'm not sure if it was just wasn't one of the more popular kits out of that release, but out of the 5, I think this is like maybe the only one that out of the 5 that I picked up that's still in stock. So go ahead and check it out. I'll leave the link below to Diamond Art Club's website. You're going to get your canvas in its own little special dust protector or plastic bag. It's got some your drills in it and a couple other things. And then here we have a mini sticker. Some people will use this to organize their stash, so you can place it either on your box or place it in, it says here, place it on a logbook, anywhere you want to. So some people will place it on the box because they stack them sideways. So they'll stack all their boxes sideways and place this sticker here. I hang my kits up as I unbox them. on pants hangers in the closet in my craft room so I can snag them or flip through them as needed, or just to kind of take a look. That's getting a little cumbersome. It's kind of a hanger nightmare in there right now. So I may be switching to putting everything back in the box and stacking them somewhere. But like I said, I don't intend on making any more purchases unless a really awesome release comes out from Diamond Art Club, or they have an image. If they have any more Ivy Dollamore, I'll probably be picking that up. But yeah, if anything really jumps out to me. Otherwise, I just kind of want to put together a wish list for a while and try to complete a couple kits before I get some new ones in here. So try to hold me to that, everyone. Hold me accountable. All right, so we have our toolkit here. This is a toolkit that has been coming out with Diamond Art Club's kits for, I think, a couple of months now. I'm not sure how long they've been working these into their kits, but they're phasing them in slowly. Some kits have them still, some kits don't, just depending on when the production was of that particular piece or artwork. But here we have a whole bunch of fun stuff. We've got our placing pen, or our drill pen. It's got a single placer there, and this single placer can place one single drill at a time. We also have a little matching squishy. From what I've seen, these squishies do end up matching the pen color. I haven't seen off colors, but so that goes on there. It's just like a little comfort kind of grippy, squishy thing. So it reminds me of elementary school. I used to have a lot of those. All right, you also got, oh, what? Yay, there's so much cool stuff. Okay, cool. So we have our needle tweezers. You want to be really careful with that plastic sheath because they are super, super pointy. So you can use these on, they come in square drill canvases only. You won't see them in the rounds. You can use these to adjust those square drills. Some people will even place their drills with this as opposed to the single placer here. So you kind of can use them. I've tried using this. Try using the sharp tweezers to place my square drills. It was a little difficult, so I ended up reverting back to my single placer. You'll also have what they call multi-placers. So this is a 4-placer, and I believe this one is a 7-placer. So this is gonna place 4 drills or 4 diamonds at a time, and this one will do 7. So you can use these on the opposite side of your pen here. You just pop those on the end and then feed that with wax, which will cover, and that's how you multi-place. So there's those. Then we've also got our drill tray. So this is a kind of a dense plastic tray. I've been noticing in a few of my kits that this style of tray has been a little bit concave, or almost, I don't want to use the word warped, but that's kind of what it felt like it would rock on the table. This one's nice and flat and it looks good. So maybe they resolved that issue, and I'm not sure if maybe temperature has something to do with it too, but this is where you're going to deposit some of your drills so you can shake them through, get them all right side up, and place them onto your canvas. You also have a little stopper here to keep them from falling out when you're giving it a good shake, and then you can remove that when you're depositing them back into your container or baggie for storage. So there is your drill tray. Let's set this stuff aside. And then we also have our wax. So this comes in a little cute heart container, and you're gonna get 2 plates or 2 pieces of wax, heart-shaped red wax. This is my go-to for single placing and for my multi-placer. Right now I'm using glue dots for my single placer, and I hope to do a video once I get a little bit more experienced on some of my tips and tricks, but I'm still pretty novice right now, so I'm gonna wait on those. But you're gonna go ahead and use your single placing tip, remove the little backing that's on here, or cover that's on here, press that through, and that's going to deposit some wax here in your pen, and that will allow the diamonds or the drills to stick to your pen as you're applying them to the adhesive canvas. And then the same thing with the multi-placer. It's got a little groove in there, so you just go ahead and give that a good press, and then you'll be able to apply multiple drills at one time. So you get 2 of those. Mine last for a long time, especially now that I just use it for multi-placing. You can easily get through this entire kit with just those 2 plates of wax. So there's that. Next up we have something called a cover minder, and this one is a really cool kind of light pink ivory-ish rose, and it just looks so delicate. I love it. So this is used to what they call mind your cover. So you just go ahead and place this on top of your canvas after you've revealed or kind of pulled back the protective film, and we'll take a look at that. And so you're gonna place this here and then the other magnet underneath, and that snaps into place, keeping that protective film pulled back so it's not getting in your way while you're trying to work on that exposed piece of canvas. So that might sound a little confusing for those that have never diamond painted before, and this is your kind of first time maybe hearing about cover minders, but we'll do a quick example when we open up the kit. So I'm gonna put this here so I don't forget to utilize that. And then the last couple things that we have here, we have some washi tape, which kind of matches everything else. It's got a little bit of that orange and it kind of matches the rose. Washi tape can be used to border your canvas. Most diamond painting kits are going to have a little bit of excess adhesive on the end of the paintable area on the canvas. That's just the nature of applying adhesive to these canvases. You want to leave a little bit of room for error so you're not short. So when you're going to diamond paint, you'll find that maybe your wrist or your elbow or a piece of clothing will kind of get stuck to it a little bit here and there. So you can use this washi tape, which is kind of like a medium to light release tape, to border your canvas. That way you're not getting that stuff stuck on you. So you would just kind of lay this all around the border. This is also something that I'll show you quickly because the cover minder and the washi tape are kind of two things that aren't typically as common in toolkits. So some people just haven't ever really used it or used it for diamond painting before. So we'll take a look at that as well. Very last thing that you're gonna get is some baggies. So these baggies you can use for extra storage of your drills. Once you're done with a particular color or area and you need to put your extras away, you're just gonna remove the stopper on your tray and just dump them in there. And that's how you can kind of store up your excess drills as you're working through your canvas. Of course, there's other means and methods to storing excess drills or drills as you're working on a project. And I hope with my next canvas set, I'll remember to do a kitting up video because I'd love to share my own process. It's actually one of the most enjoyable pieces of diamond painting is kitting up and kitting down. I love the organization of it, which might be weird, but it's one of my favorite parts. So I look forward to sharing that for the first time soon. But all right, let's go ahead and crack open this canvas. I'm gonna set these here. I do not want to forget to talk about how those work. So you get a nice little dust cover, which is always great to protect your canvas during transit as it's making its way to you. I'll mention it every single time, but I'm always surprised. I always love just how velvety the backing of Diamond Art Club's canvases is. It's not that kind of like burlappy or kind of rough feel. It's very smooth and soft. So we have our drills, we have our canvas. You're gonna get a little info packet. It has some QR codes for downloading the app, some fun stuff in there. And then we have our larger image here, Hamsa, Brigitte Ashwood, and then we're gonna have our color code here, or our legend on this side. This is also removable stickers, so you can peel these and place them either on those baggies that we talked about, or on whatever container system you are using to kit up your drills. So this just helps you to keep track of what goes where, essentially. So really cool image. It's a lot of fun. I thought this would be a fun image to do for Pride. I really like the rainbow effect there, and it seemed the size 77 by 70 is kind of medium large, but it seemed like it would be something that I could do in the month of June alongside the Summer with the Masters event, where I'll be picking a different image. So this might be kind of my, take a break from your Summers with the Masters kit and work on something during Pride. Or I might just crank through with Summer with the Masters and save this for next year, or just whenever the mood strikes. It doesn't have to be themed to a particular time of year or anything like that. I might hold on to it for a rainy day. So looking forward to giving it a shot. I love the patterns in here. I'm really excited. I'm thinking there's going to be maybe a decent amount of confetti just in between all of the detail work there. So we shall see. All right, so let's crack open the canvas first, and let's see what we've got here. I'm gonna just roll it backwards off camera. A, because I'm bad at it, and B, then I can kind of do more of a reveal. Let's see. So yeah, just trying to find my own style and just kind of, it's just difficult with unboxing specifically. I think I've kind of found where I want my knack to be for whipping chats. I'd like to have some more friends that are interested in other crafts or trying to start small businesses come and work on a whip and chat, or their whip, whatever that is for them, right next to me, so I can diamond paint while at the same time learning a little bit about their business and learning about what crafts they're interested in, or someone that maybe doesn't really craft but has seen some of my diamond paintings and wants to give it a shot, inviting them over, have a glass of wine or two, and do some diamond painting for the first time. So I think that's kind of where I want to go with whip and chats, is make it more of like, let's get some friends in here and have some fun. Oh, wow. Wow. Let me go ahead and center that for you. I don't know if we're going to get everything into frame. I'm going to do my best here. So yeah, that laid down really nicely. I guess Diamond Art Club has kind of a self-leveling canvas. So here we go. Once again, 70 by 70. This is a square drill. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 ABs, it looks like. And AB is a special type of drill that has a little bit more of an iridescent finish to it. It almost looks like, every time I look at it, it reminds me of like if there's like motor oil spilled on the ground, and it gives that really kind of crazy, funky, iridescent look. That's what it reminds me of. They call it AB, which stands for Aurora Borealis, because it kind of looks similar to like the kind of cool color change of the Northern Lights. But to me, it looks like kind of that reflection that you get from certain like oily fluids or like films. So I just think it's really interesting. Or like almost like bubbles. You know how bubbles will have that kind of crazy looking iridescent kind of swirl to them. When you look at them closely, that's what it reminds me of. It's very cool, and I'm loving using them. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack open these drills. So it's gonna get a little bit crinkly, and I'm gonna mute that just so no one has to deal with it. So I'm just gonna quickly open this the best I can, get these drills off to the side, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, for the most part set up. So Diamond Art Club organizes their drills, I believe, by weight. So you're gonna have the highest amount to the lowest amount. So I'm gonna set those off to the side, but before I forget, let's talk about cover minders, let's talk about washi tape. So in a nutshell, when we look at this canvas, when we get up close here to the edge, when we reveal this plastic cover, the adhesive that is stuck to the drill field, which is the part that you're going to be working on here, it goes over by about that much over the edge. So when you're working on this canvas, there is a chance that when you're diamond painting, as you're moving along, your wrist might get stuck to it, dog hair might get stuck to it, dust might get stuck to it. And so to keep this canvas, that little edge from kind of turning brown or a little bit nasty, what you would do is, as you're working on it, or you can prep the entire canvas in one go, is pull this back and utilize a piece of that tape. Let me make sure I have you in focus. You're gonna remove a piece of that washi tape or roll it back and get it right up to the edge there as close as possible, and just kind of drag that along. And that's going to allow you to diamond paint on this canvas without touching that excess sticky. So you'll only get to the adhesive that you need for your particular, drill area. And then once you're done with either your whole canvas or once you've fully moved away from an area, that light release of washi tape just allows it to come right off. So it's not, leaving pieces behind. It's not kind of, you know, tearing and you have to like go and scrape it. I have had washi tape from some brands. I think it was just kind of the generic Amazon brand that, I'm just trying to get this back onto its roll here. That did do that. They were a little too sticky. And so when I went to go release it, it just was tearing all along that excess adhesive from the canvas, and I had to go back through with tweezers and like peel the little strips off, and it was kind of a pain. I have not had that issue with the Diamond Art Club washi tape, and other companies sell it. It's nice that Diamond Art Club does give you some in your kit, but the Scotch brand has also been really nice for me. So that's that. For the cover minder, like I said, this is used to hold back this cover as you're working on it. So if you remember when I tried to pick it up, it kind of flopped back over. But let's say you're working this section right here, or you want to reveal this whole piece, or you know, however you want to do it, you're going to use this to hold back that plastic film. So what we're going to do is separate those two magnets. One's going to go right here, and the other one's going to go right on the back of our canvas, and boom, you're done. So it just snaps into place, and now you've got that cool little heart there just kind of keeping you company while you diamond paint, and it's keeping that cover from flopping back over onto your hands or onto the canvas. So that's how you use a cover minder. All right. Now that we've talked about the prep and just making the whole process a little bit more easy, let's talk about Hamsa in particular. I'm really liking this drill field because it seems like it's a relatively decent combination of some small color blocking and then some bigger color changes. So it isn't huge chunks of color blocking, even though on camera it might look like it is. We're cycling through a number of different colors here in the background pretty consistently. So I like small blocks of color blocking where maybe I can use a 3-placer. I just started practicing with the 5. So using my 3 or 5-placer here or there, but I tend to crank through single placing pretty fast now because I've been doing it for, I think now we're on 3 months now, maybe even I can say I'm moving into my 4th month of diamond painting, but yeah, I tend to really move quickly through single placing now. So I love multi-placing, especially in the color blocks, because it just knocks them out, but I still tend to struggle when I get to the 4 or 5 placer with placing them completely straight. So like for instance, here in this area, you could go ahead and smack down like 7 right there because all of that's one color. It's hard for me to get that completely horizontal or parallel to the row before it. So I spend a decent amount of time adjusting and straightening, whereas with single placing, I feel like I can just throw them up there and I don't really have to worry about it as much. So I don't know, I go back and forth. I feel like I'm gonna use a number of different styles. I'm not gonna live in one type of diamond painting or another. I kind of fluctuate depending on my mood and kind of what the drill field looks like. But anyway, as far as symbol quality goes, it's Diamond Art Club. I haven't had a single issue. I've opened a number of their canvases thus far. I've only been working on the one, but I've opened several, and it just looks great. These symbols are really, really clear. Nothing looks blurry. Nothing looks like it's particularly hard to read. I've never had any issues saying, wait, what is that? It's always very clear. So that's that. We're gonna go ahead and get through these drills a little bit. For the most part, we're working with a lot of some background colors here, and it's probably gonna be some pretty standard suspects for background colors. So this is 939, a really deep blue, kind of like a really deep navy. I see this quite often in backgrounds. It's on my current Midnight Laundromat kit, and we're gonna have, let's see how many bags of this we have. So 939, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bags of that 939, quite a bit there. And then we have our 310, which is just your, classic black, very common background color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 823, which is like a slightly lighter navy, slightly lighter blue, but still rather deep. 823, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of that. Oh, it looks like they tagged some extra on here. So we'll talk about that and then we'll go in reverse. So we have some more, we have some 936, still a navy, even lighter though. And we've got 336, my apologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one little straggler of that 939. So there's that for your background colors, and there's a lot of it. So you're really going to be working in those colors for a majority of this kit, because I think they even come into play here in between as well. So the actual amount of colors, even though that's really going to pop, is rather minimal. This is majority background colors, which is interesting. I'm really curious to see how enjoyable this is to work up at the end of the day. Okay, so let's talk about the brighter colors that we have here in this kit. I'm just gonna finish off on this side of the little train that we have here. 166, kind of that avocado-y, slightly brighter avocado-y. I'm not gonna describe every color because that's up to interpretation, but 166, 122 is our first AB, kind of that interesting kind of green with a little bit of like a creaminess to it. 122, and you can see that extra shimmer and sparkle with those Aurora Borealis drills. 340, 120, our second AB. I think I'm using this in the Midnight Laundromat kit or something very similar, and I love the blue AB. It really pulls that background color and kind of brings it to life. And you can see that with this too. Even though that's that same coating, it has a different effect and it'll kind of highlight different colors. You'll get more purple iridescent reflection here, and this has a little bit more of the red and yellow iridescent. So each color just brings something different to a canvas, and it's one of the reasons why I'm starting to fall in love with the little AB highlights that Diamond Art Club throws in here and there. So, ooh, this is a long chain. Okay, so let's start at this end here. We're gonna do 158, and we're gonna get 2 bags of that. 907, I really like that color. 3608, 113, there's our third AB, and you can see that pink brings out more of the pinky purpley hues as well. We've got 912, 3766, 307, 3705, 132, there's our last AB, a kind of a tangerine AB, really interesting, really highlighting the yellow and gold from that iridescent coating. That's just so interesting. 3607, 906, we're getting into little teensy bits here and there. 3746, 742, 3811, 913, look at how little. 996, 208, 3706, and 702. What I love about Diamond Art Club, and they're not the only ones, a lot of companies do really take the time to render and get a good color gradation going, or gradient going. So those tiny little bits of those individual colors that you only have, 100 drills or less of, they really help to make that smooth transition from one color to the next, and just make a more complete and succinct piece that is just more visually appealing as opposed to stark cuts in color. So I love that attention to detail. I've seen it in a few different Diamond Art Clubs that I've unboxed. I've seen it in some Distracted by Diamond kits that I've unboxed as well. And it just makes it that more pleasing and more of a complete artwork, as opposed to it looking quite as pixelated as sometimes diamond painting can look. So awesome job. I can't wait to get started on this. I could go on about high quality canvases and companies, and, to each their own. I also have some, sale canvases that I've been picking up here and there from some other brands, but I kind of transitioned to Diamond Art Club and some of those well-regarded ones after just seeing that there is some difference here and there. The one exception is a custom that I'm working on, but as I work on it a little bit longer and longer, it does have its shortfalls, and I can see why some people steer away from that particular company, but I'm pushing forward. It hasn't gotten that as, so bad that I don't want to work on it. But now that I'm having more experience in those hours spent sitting in front of something, those little differences in quality and attention to detail can make such a big impact on how comfortable and enjoyable it is to work on a kit. And I really think Diamond Art Club and amongst all the others has kind of found that perfect blend of, relatively, decent pricing in the grand scheme of things and the best quality that they can really provide to their customers. Last thing I'll say about them, to give them a little bit more praise, in this, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's praise, but also it was an issue that became praise. Anyway, so I'm working on that midnight laundromat, right? And I'm going through it, and I get to one of the symbols. I think the color was 414. It's kind of this smoky-ish, slightly bluish gray. And I ran out of drills, and I still have a fairly decent section within that canvas to finish. And I was like, what do I do? I popped into my little stash that I had from my previous kit that I worked on from Diamond Painting Deutschland, and nothing. I did not have that color on hand. So I was kind of freaking out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to send them an email or figure something out, or maybe I should just order the drills from Tmall or somebody and just get them here and not make a fuss. Well, I ended up hopping on Facebook. They do have a VIP group, Diamond Art Club does, after you make your first purchase, that I belong to, and I messaged them, and I kid you not, within 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, someone got on there, responded to me. I sent them a couple pictures of the drill field and that I was missing it and kind of how much I had left of the total canvas. They asked me for my order number. I popped that over to them. They came back and were like, we just submitted a replacement order for 414. It's on its way to you now. That entire process, from the time I realized that I was short on my canvas to the time that I had a bag of replacements in the mail, was 6 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. I've never experienced such quick customer service. No questions asked. I was worried they were going to say, well, Anthony, you placed the drills in the wrong spot, and that's on you, boo. Like you got to figure out where those went wrong and pry them off of there and move them around. But I was racking my mind thinking of like, how could I have missed such a big patch or misplaced such a big patch of symbols? I think I just got shorted, which I'm sure happens from time to time, but it did happen, and I've got them on their way. I think they'll be here tomorrow or the next day, so I can complete that section of the kit before I finish the whole thing and move on to something else. So anyway, it just was shocking to me how fast and how little fuss was involved in getting something corrected with this company. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If there's any brands or diamond painting companies that you've been curious about but haven't quite pulled the trigger due to budgetary reasons, or you just have too much in your stash, let me know. I want to start finding some additional companies to shop from and put on my wish list and work them into some unboxings and work them into actual kits I do here over the summer and throughout the rest of the year. I have plenty to keep me going, but anybody that has a recommendation, feel free to shout it out, because I'm always looking for help and guidance in my purchasing decisions. So thanks again so much for watching. Please feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to as well. I've been so happy and lucky to be part of a community that's very welcoming and has shown me a lot of love in the past few weeks. So I appreciate it. Thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your week, and happy placing. Bye.